Hello everyone, this is Shadow Mario 41, or Eric if you prefer, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem. The chapter we just did, Chapter 6, is one of my favorites in Lynn's story and in the game in general. It's very unique with the switch mechanic, and we get two awesome new characters, Matthew and Raph, who hopefully I'll be using for the whole game if their level ups pan out appropriately, because so far I've been getting screwed across the board with level ups. But anyway, it's time for Chapter 7, Siblings Abroad, and we have this asshole, this jerk, Araphen. He is a jerk, and I'm so glad that some of you guys made memes of Asshole Araphen, because he is just that. We didn't get any aid from him because he's a big old racist bigot. But now it's time for us to proceed onward towards saving our grandfather. But a young boy appears and pleads for their... What? What is this? Distractions? What are all these diversions? We have a goal. Our grandfather is dying of poison, double poison now, and we have to save this kid or do something with this kid? I don't know. And apparently it's just a domestic dispute in this little house. What's going on? Please, somebody please help. That's enough. Get out now. I want none of your trouble, says this mustached villager man. He's training in the ways of the mustache, to wield the mustache blade. I thought you were just two kids. Well, there's your first problem. I only see one blue-haired, red-eyed boy, which in terms of Fire Emblem is perfectly normal. He must be on drugs. He must be hallucinating because there's clearly one child. Maybe I'm the one hallucinating, but I don't know. I see one kid. He said two kids. Red kids, blue kids. It's all crazy. It's all normal in Fire Emblem, actually. Who's that guy? And who is he? Anyway, apparently we arrived just in time to settle this domestic dispute. Didn't you know that's the translated subtitle of this game? Fire Emblem, Domestic Disputes. Anyway, this is some sort of town. If we head due south, we'll pass into Caelin. From here, I'd say we're about a 10 days ride. Oh, good. I'm sure our grandfather will be able to survive 10 days of being doubly poisoned. No problem at all. At every meal, probably 3 times a day. It's fine. It's fine. 10 days. Oh, look! Just what Sane said. A distraction. So, pardon me, but yes, can I help you? You and your friends, are you mercenaries? You know, we're not really mercenaries, because that's like a sell swords. We're not really that, but we have kind of grown into our own little group. It's pretty cool. We have a little miniature army now. I actually like it a lot. My Lady Lyndis, you mustn't let your guard down, not even for a child. I know. Forgive me, but we're in a hurry. Is there someone else you can ask? I mean, it's just a kid, Ken. You need to calm down, because... Look, does he look all that threatening to you? Does he look like he could hurt us or do anything to us? I'm sure we could take him down easily if he tried to attack. There's nothing he could do that could get in the way of our mission. But anyway, your sister, did you say your sister's been captured? Oh my goodness, a girl, a damsel in distress for me to save? The kid looks to be like 12. Come on, man, have some standards. I don't know what I'll do without Ninian. So this little kid's sister was apparently captured by some awful men. So, my Lady Lyndis, we must go. If the Marquess is as ill as we've heard, we must proceed. Kent, I want to help this child. What is this? What is this mentality? We have our goal, a mission of our own. We're trying to save an entire, I don't know if it's a kingdom you'd call it, but Caelin is like it's a big province. It's a city, whatever you'd call it, but we don't have time to get involved with a little kid. We don't care about his problems. We have our own problems. This is all that crap with we gotta help the children. We gotta save the children. We don't want to hurt the children. Every child gets a participation trophy. I hate that crap. Let's just go. But no, apparently we have to follow you no matter where that may lead. I'll follow you to the grave, says Kent. And Sane's like, such a noble speech. I just want to go for the girl. But anyway, so we're apparently getting dragged into this subplot right now. But I will say, we list the men that have done this. Actually, I'll say this in a minute. We're really tough, so be careful. Leave them to us. Haha, we're pretty tough ourselves, right? I think so too. Not to brag, but I am a master tactician who was passed out in a field when the game started. But anyway, who's this guy showing up in a big old robe? We have robed guys now, and a guy with a bow. Oh no! Found him, says Recon from Battlefield. Come on, it's back to Nurgle with you. Who's Nurgle? I have no idea. I'm sure he's not that important. No, let Ninian go. We ain't supposed to kill you, but we sure could rough you up. Get him. Oh my goodness, what is this? In a blinding flash of white light, Lynn steps in front. Who do you think you are? Lynn, says the boy, who doesn't know Lynn's name, or I don't think he's heard Lynn's name up to this point, but apparently he's psychic. It's gotta be the red eyes. Something's definitely up. Ah, so you want to help the kid, huh? What a shame, you're gonna die for something that don't concern you. You think so, do you? Do we look so meek to you? Yeah, you know what? We have a pretty formidable fighting force right now. We've taken down bandits. We took down some soldiers in the last chapter. Take them down, boys. And thus sparks the conflict of this chapter. This is something we haven't seen yet, and something we will see in every chapter from here on out. It's the combat preparation screen, where we actually get to choose which units go into battle, trade items between them, and check the map and change our formation and get ready for the conflict ahead. Obviously, since we're growing now in terms of units, you can't just bring 20 units into a battle, or however many you have. That would be ridiculous. So we can take 8 in this chapter. So I'm actually going to have Will and Dorcas sit out. They're probably going to be sitting out for the rest of Lynn's story. I just don't particularly like using them. They're just not good, in my opinion. They're alright. I mean, every unit has its merits, but they're just not all that great. Anyway, I'm going to trade some items around here really quickly. I'm going to give Dorcas's vulnerary. No sense in having that on the sidelines, right? And I am going to have one of these guys hold the angelic robe. I will probably use that. See, this is the thing. The thing about stat increasing items. Should I use them? Should I not? You know what? I'm going to use them if I think I need to. Because so far, these level ups have been piss poor. So I think I'm going to make use of some of the stat increasing items. Anyway, but let's... no, I want that. I want to give Matthew this vulnerary, because most likely Sarah is not going to be attacked, so I don't really think it's necessary for her to have a vulnerary. It's true she can't heal herself with her staff, which also doesn't make any sense that she can't heal herself, but anyway, I digress. Let's check the map. From here on out, by the way, one thing I want to mention is that we probably won't be seeing the combat preparation screen. I will probably edit it out of the video, because see, it takes a long time to set up your units and really get them in the right spots where you want them. It takes a while, so we probably will not be seeing the combat prep screen from here on out. Actually, I could put check map, formation. I could put Florina back here. And I could put Wrath. Actually, I want to keep that. I think that's actually pretty good. Alright, I think I'm going to go with that. If you notice, down here, we can actually take a look at all the units. We can take a look at the boss. The boss is Heinz, kind of like the ketchup. But we see that he's a shaman, and we have a few shamans on this map. Shamans use dark magic. We have Urk, who uses anima magic right now, and anima magic has a weakness against dark magic, so that kind of sucks for us. The third element of magic is light magic, which we'll be getting actually very soon, and that is super effective against dark magic, kind of like the rock, paper, scissors thing, just like the weapons. It's the Trinity of Magic, as it's called in this game. So I don't really have anything else to do on the combat prep screen. Let's get started, and before we get started, we get interrupted by another distraction. I see we're facing a shaman, Eric. I heard they're practitioners of the dark arts and fearsome foes. We need to have a defense against the dark arts instructor, who's hopefully not a werewolf, or a villain in disguise, or an assassin, or Voldemort. But yeah, who is this guy? This guy's just some random monk. This is a guy, by the way, not a girl, believe it or not. Japan is weird like that, I know. But do you have business with us? I was at the inn when this child came seeking help. The innkeeper was afraid to get involved. He was most unpleasant, and then Nils is like, I wasn't afraid of him. Oh, actually, I don't think we know that character's name yet. He's Nils. The boy is Nils, by the way. That's awful. May I please lend you my services? I truly wish to help the boy, if only a little. Of course. Thank you very much. The blessings of some saint in this game, some lore upon you. Blessings of obligatory lore upon you. Anyway, alright. Well, as you notice here, there's this big mountain range down here, and all we have to do is defeat the boss to end this chapter. So there's two ways of doing this. There's a very, very quick way, where you pretty much just send Florina down, and probably Lucius as well, and go down and fight all these guys and just kill the boss immediately. It takes like 3 turns, maybe, to beat this chapter. Or you can go around and collect all the experience and visit the village, which is exactly what I'm going to do. There is a requirement in this chapter, by the way. We can actually unlock an alternate chapter, or a hidden chapter, if we complete this chapter in 15 turns or less. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to plan to do that. You'd have to be pretty bad not to be able to complete this in 15 turns. Like, literally, you'd have to, like, just do nothing for 10 turns. You can do it, like I said, you can finish this in 2 turns. And we have a 15-turn limit. So anyway, Nils' special ability, by the way, oh, we can just see his name on here. It's not a spoiler. Nils' special ability is that he's a bard. So he can actually dance and play for units, and that will allow them to move again, which is very, very useful. Also, if you notice, I used a rescue command to pick up Lucius. Rescue, I don't think I've rescued anyone yet. So what we can do, mounted units, actually I think any unit with a high constitution, but it works very well with mounted units, can rescue other units. And while they're rescuing, their speed and skill stats are lowered, but they allow us to pick up and travel and carry these units. Very useful for rescuing either wounded units, or in this case, moving them over terrain that would be otherwise impassable by them. So first I want to equip this javelin, and then I want to drop Lucius right there. So now, just like that, we have 2 units in the thick of combat down here, and they're just gonna wreck face down there. But anyway, we have our own little shaman problem to deal with up here, so I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna have Wrath take a shot at them first with the short bow. Actually, I probably should use the iron bow, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. Gotta watch out for this. Flux! Yeah. The shaman animation takes so long, too. The dark magic, they're just slow. Actually, if you look at them in general, look at their speed. Speed 2, they're pathetically slow. So almost any unit that we have can double attack a shaman. And I'm going to actually have Matthew finish off the job. I'm going to use the Armor Slayer, just because it can do it in one hit. So there we go. Done with that. Get Matthew some valuable experience. Like I said, Wrath and Matthew, I love both of these units, so I'm going to try to get them as much experience as possible. Kent and Sane, on the other hand, I normally do very much like them, but they're falling into the trap that I didn't want to happen. At this point, you know, you can only take so many units into the next chapter, so I was hoping that one of these 2 Cavaliers would emerge dominant. Of course, that is not the case at all. Actually, I'm going to buy a few items here. I'm going to buy a Vulnerary, I'm going to buy a Heal, and I'm going to buy a Fire, and that's it. So yeah, you can see that clearly none of these units are emerging as a dominant unit, which kind of stinks because that means that we have to use both of them, which I was hoping we could just bench one of them and stick with one of the others, but whatever. Sane's a lower level, so I'm actually going to have him move up and kill this archer here. Do it with an iron sword, no problem. We actually have an abundance of swords now. That's actually kind of cool. We were running out of sword uses, and then it was like, oh, take this money, take these weapons. And it's like, oh, wow, we have a lot of stuff now. Anyway, this guy drops an iron lance, too, which is kind of cool. I want to see if we have any other items here that we can... No, we don't. Matthew also has a ability that he can steal opponents' weapons and items if they are not equipped. That's the key there. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen in this chapter, but you'll see in some future chapters, enemies will carry a lot of gems that can be sold for gold, and really the only way you can obtain them is if you steal them. So anyway, we also want to get to that village very quickly because we don't want the brigands. Brigands can also destroy villages. We haven't seen that happen because I haven't allowed that to happen, obviously. I'm not just going to let them waltz right in and destroy a village. But they can, so we don't want them to do that. And this brigand in particular is a man on a mission who wants to destroy that village. So anyway, Sane can't double. Can Kent double? No. That's a shame. So I guess I'm just going to have to move up and attack with Kent. There we go. Okay, good. I was going to say, you better dodge a 20 hit percentage. That would have been pathetic. That would have been pathetic. Now, I think Urk should probably be able to... Oh, cannot. By 1. By 1 point. Cannot finish that guy off. Can Wrath do it? Oh, Wrath can do it. Oh, Wrath can do it. Oh, that's a shame. I kind of wanted to give Urk the experience, but if Urk can't get the job done, then I'm not just going to sit here and get delayed over 1 point of damage. So Wrath's going to have to be the one to come in on cleanup duty. He is a little bit over-leveled at this point. If you've noticed, he's level 7. And some of our other characters, like I think Urk is level 1, literally. So, yeah, Urk's level 1. So, we kind of need to get them some experience. But, anyway, let's move forward just a bit. Move Sane right there. I'm going to move Lynn forward too. We can actually move across these mountains, but it does slow us down quite a bit, as you might have been able to notice. Actually, I want Matthew to move forward first, so that way Sarah can move behind him. And Nils, oh, I forgot to make use of Nils, that's right. I always forget about this dancing garbage. Oh well. So we're going to move up here. Actually, I can have Florina do this. And we're going to dance. Look at that. Look at that. Get Florina on the move here. Because I actually kind of want to pick up Urk now. Now that the plan kind of went astray. Because I was going to have Urk take care of that unit and then advance forward. But Urk couldn't get the job done. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to have Florina rescue Urk and bring him down to help out the cause down below. So it's a little change of plans. But you got to improvise sometimes in Fire Emblem when all doesn't work out perfectly. But Lucius with light magic should be able to make very short work of this guy. He's pathetic at this point. He can't do anything. He can't double attack. Only a 25% chance to hit. Yeah, I was going to say, there's no chance. And light magic is quick. It's fast. It kind of has that connotation behind it. Light magic doesn't hit as hard as dark magic. Actually, dark magic hits the hardest. But it's faster, it's lighter, it's quicker. And usually that's the case with a lot of light magic units. Like Lucius as a monk is fast. I think he's fairly fast for a magic unit. Whereas some of our other units, like Urk is kind of in the middle of the road in terms of speed, and some of the other units are just plain slow. So, anyway, I'm going to have Nils play again for Florina so she can continue to move. See, Florina pretty much acts as the caravan in this chapter. It's kind of unfortunate. It's an unfortunate role to put her in, but that's what happens. Also, I am going to, like you probably noticed that all these, this dancing and all this nonsense healing is taking up a lot of time, all these animations. And the combat prep screen admittedly does take up a lot of time. So that will probably all be cut from future episodes. Just FYI, there's going to be a lot of editing. But not right now. You got to show it off once, right? Got to get into the spirit of the game. Alright, let's have, I don't know who's going to move forward. Have Matthew move up there. He's probably going to be the one to stop at the village, by the way. There's also a house down here that I want to stop in for a very specific reason. But anyway, let's move up. Okay, we can have Wrath take a shot at this brigand. Oh, we can kill him. Can I do it with a short bow? I actually don't want to kill him. I want someone else to get the experience. Unless he crits. He decides to be all fancy schmancy. And he does! He does! He decided to get a critical and hog all the experience for himself. Fine. Have it your way. Have it your way. Whatever. And now Kent can go down here, and I'm going to take a shot at this guy with a javelin. Should be able to get a good amount of damage in. Good, good. All according to plan up here. Still kind of I'm still kind of bummed out that Urk couldn't kill that one guy. 1 damage point away, but that happens in Fire Emblem a lot. So you got to kind of get used to it. And finally, Sane will take out this guy. Can I get better hit percentage with the lance? He's on a forest tile, if you notice. That's why my hit percentage is so low. And I think that'll just about do it for this turn as we move on to the next turn. Let's see what's going to happen. Florina should definitely be able to survive. Oh, what the heck? Missing with an 84? What was that? Come on. Well, he missed too. That's all unlikely. That's unlikely. But that's Fire Emblem for you. Kent probably will not be able to hit him. Bandit on a mountain tile. Very dangerous, actually, because mountain tiles increase your avoid. And do they increase your defense, too? I'm almost tempted to say they do, but I'm not positive about that. Anyway, Florina, by the way, you might ask, why is Florina the caravan? Well, not only can she fly over all these mountains, but she has very high resistance. And in a chapter with a lot of magic units, oh wow, good dodge. Having a character with resistance that can use weapons, which is Florina, is incredibly, incredibly valuable. I can't really overstate enough how important that is. Anyway, Cavaliers, as cool as they are as being on horses, and same with Nomads, cannot move over these mountain tiles. They actually get impeded by mountains. So we don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to move Lynn up here and have her deal with this bandit over here and pretty much plug up this whole choke point because we really don't have much else to do down there. These guys are just going to come up and die, pretty much. That's what's going to happen. Alright, I'll have Matthew move over here. I can have Sane visit the village, so let's do that. Let's see what's inside. Oh, here is a true master of the mustache. Wow. Wow, that's fantastic. How much do you know about magic? Magical attacks are special. You can't just avoid them like a sword or axe, not even if you're wearing armor. Who's tough against magic? Let me think. Well, anyone who uses magic. Anyone with high resistance. Yes, I know. Jeez, just rambling on forever. Okay, anyway. This guy's going to give us an item that's situationally useful. I always think it's useless, but I actually have found uses for it, especially in some of the other Fire Emblem games. Not so much in this one, but Pure Water will temporarily increase your resistance. So that's actually kind of useful. Alright, I think I can heal Wrath. Yes, I can. A little bit of healing magic for the guy here. Hook a brother up. There we go. And Nils has no one to dance for, so I'm just going to move him forward. Now we have Urk down here in Florina. Actually, this might have worked out for the best, because now Urk can take out this guy and get some experience. This is good. Urk needs to get speed. In past playthroughs when I've played this game, Urk turned out to be either terrible or amazing, and it largely depended on his speed. And that is such a typical mage level up. HP, magic, resistance. Those are the stats he needs. This is true, but, I would have liked something a little better. Anyway, Lucius is level 3. Lucius is a boss, too, though. I gotta say, Lucius is pretty awesome. So let's see what I want to do here. I think I want to... Yeah, the javelin, if you haven't noticed, is very heavy. But the javelin allows me to attack from a range. So that's why I gave it to Florina, so she wouldn't just get attacked from mages and not be able to defend herself. But it does slow her down and make her unable to double attack. But this shaman pretty much has no chance. He was able to hit with that, which I'm not too happy about. But At the same time, he's gonna be just dead because Lucius is over here with light magic, totally trumps his dark magic, and he's done. Ouch. Ouch. Light magic getting killed by light. That must be either severe burns or just the force of being blinded by light to where it kills you. That's gonna suck. Alright. Should be able to end here. Yeah, Lynn's just gonna pretty much wall this guy. He won't be able to hit her, and she's just gonna take him down easily, which is not a problem at all for her. And I'm curious as to what this mage is gonna do. Okay, he is gonna continue to attack Lynn. I wasn't sure if he'd move to try to get to another unit and try to wall off some of these guys, but I don't think the AI is all that smart, so naturally they just decided to keep on attacking. Keep the offense on. I'm going to move Matthew down. I'm going to move Urk over here and attack. Oh wow, look at that. Double attack. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Can I get a little bit of extra experience with Florina? I can. And look at that. The mage can't even hurt Florina. Imagine getting hit with a fireball. I think this is what exactly about to happen. Oh, I even dodge. Okay, I was gonna say, getting hit by a fireball and just being able to like brush it off, be like, whatever. Like, that's awesome. That's so badass. Alright, eventually I want Sarah to be able to heal, but I'm gonna move her there just so Nils can get some more dancing experience. I actually like the song that plays. It's kind of catchy. So, yeah, gets experience. Obviously, you get 10 experience, you haven't noticed, per dance, so that's important. And you can easily, very easily grind levels. This is not the chapter to do it, like I said, because we can get a bonus chapter if we finish within 15 turns. What is this, turn 4? Turn 5? I don't even know, but it's like, it's pathetic. Like, you'd have to go so slow to not be able to do that. I'll just move Lynn forward a little bit. Move Sarah over here. And finally have Urk take care of this mage. Look at this, no problem at all. That's the thing, though, I have to say about Lynn's story. Remember that we are playing on hard mode. Like, this is hard mode. We are steamrolling all the enemies on hard mode. So imagine what normal mode is like. Oh, it's pathetic. Anyway, this Lucius, rather, clearly has the advantage over this guy. So you know what? I'm just going to have Lucius wait there and have this guy kind of just attack him and accumulate experience until my other units catch up. Playing heroes in some foolish knightly romance. That's actually kind of cool. You're only rushing to your doom, says the guy with 34 hit percentage that can do 3 damage. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Okay, let's see what Lucius is going to do. 7 damage, and that's it. Lucius cannot double attack. The guy is pretty fast. So, but yeah, this will be good for racking up experience and just chipping away at his health. Anyway, I'm going to have Matthew visit this house for a very specific reason. If we visit this house, we actually find this guy. My lord? This guy is... What brings you here? What is he doing here? Ah, Matthew. Eliwood and I. Eliwood, that seems like another big name, too. That seems like a significant character here on our monthly bout. You're still testing one another's fighting prowess, eh? That's a solid friendship you two share that you can practice so faithfully. Ah, if you don't sharpen your blade, you lose your edge. So tell me, what are you doing here? That's a better question. My lord Uther was curious. See, these are all characters that are going to set up for the long term. So that's the long-lost granddaughter thing. Yeah, whatever, all that silly nonsense. Which way does my brother lean? By my assessment, he will back the granddaughter's claim. That's good. Marx's brother Lundgren was too ambitious by far, left alone. This is a pretty cool conversation. I like this a lot. Sound advice. My return to Ostia is going to be delayed a bit. Would you mind letting Lord Uther know? What, so the Marx's brother is now your personal messenger? I love that. You always did have a good sense of humor, my lord. Don't forget my message. What impudence. So we actually do get that special conversation if we have Matthew stop on that space, and there's a reason for that that is going to be explored a little bit later. But for now, I'm just going to move all these units up a little bit more, get into more positions so that we can take on the boss eventually. Actually, I probably should have rescued Lynn with Florina, but whatever. I'm actually not going to give Lynn the experience. I think Lynn's level is pretty high at this point. So I'm actually not going to do that. I am, however, going to continue giving Nils some dancing experience, so let's do that. Another lovely song. You can serenade us with these songs. Whenever I hear bards, I don't know why, I'm always reminded of like the stupid bards in Skyrim that just sing these random songs at the inn if you pay them like 3 gold. It's kind of funny. Alright, and Lucius, you have plenty of uses on your item, so you can just sit there. So really no threat, and this is the thing, this is why you can boss abuse, because Heinz is going to continue to heal. So even if he keeps healing, you know, I can just do more and more damage to him if I want. If I don't crit, I have that 5% chance to just end the chapter, but I'm banking that is not going to happen. But it will accumulate more experience for me, which is good. which is good. Alright, let's get Sarah down to visit this house, because Sarah also has another important conversation that happens here. Let's do that right now. Not heal. Visit. So Sarah comes in. Excuse me, is anyone home? Ah, an empty house. How dull. Oh, we can't... Oh, yeah. I was going to say, we can't get the conversation, but I'm sure she would find me for sure. Oh, man, good. See, everyone is afraid of this character. She's working for my brother at Bird, and now she's returned. Ah! It's so funny. I love that. I love that so much. This game does have its humorous moments, I have to say. It seems like, you know, kind of just a random collection of characters, and sometimes it can get a bit campy, which is true, it can. But I will say, it's actually pretty funny sometimes. So, anyway, I'm just going to have a random person now visit this house to see the conversation we normally get. Blast, Eliwood's late. I wonder what's keeping him. Starting to think my axe will rust over before he finds his way here. Anyway, we just get, yeah, that random little bit, which isn't really significant at all. But that character, Hector, is very significant, especially if you've played Fire Emblem 6. You know that that character is a big deal. I'm not going to really get into what happens in this game right now, but you've noticed, you know, there's talk about the Marquess and talk about all this crap, so clearly something's going on here. Anyway, what happens if Florina attacks this guy? What's going to happen? Pretty much what I'd expect to happen, which is good. This is exactly what oh, she can double attack with the Slim Lance, because the Iron Lance slows her down a bit. That's really interesting. I don't really care about that, though. I'm just going to do some damage and have Florina get a little bit more or do nothing. Do nothing and miss. I mean, at 63, yes, that's a little iffy to rely on. I agree, but whatever. Oh, one more experience point for a level up. Come on, Florina. Oh, well. Let's see what Urk can do. Urk can get maybe a hit. It's iffy because the guy has such high avoidance. Because, well, actually because of the magic. He has the magic advantage. But we're going to see if I can do something with Urk. Oh, right. Urk getting a hit in. I like it. I like it. This guy's going to use his dark magic again. Alright, fine. No problems. No problems. Taking a little bit of damage, but it's really not an issue at all. And I actually don't want to give... Actually, do I or do I not want to give Lucius the experience for the boss kill? Actually, you know what? I will. I think it's worth it. He's been toughing out that boss's attacks for 3 turns now. Let's just get rid of him. There we go. And Heinz is done. You were only striking at air. You are too late. The girl is already... The girl already what? Already what? And he's dead. That happens all the time in movies and things. It's so cliche. But I love it. So Lucius gets magic and speed. I wish Lucius would have gotten a few more stats as well, but magic and speed are important. Speed, particularly with magic units, separates the bad magic units from the good ones. The slow ones are not very good. The fast ones end up being awesome, and that they can double attack everything. Ninian, she's not here. Why? Where could she be? My Lady Lyndis. A villager spotted the group of men riding south. Exposition spotted the group of men riding south. Come, we must give chase. But we won't make it. What if they've already... Oh, I can't think about it. Are you looking for this girl here? Oh, hey! More exposition. And a cool theme, actually. And a character with a cape. This is awesome. Ninian. She'll be fine. She just lost consciousness. Who are you? Good question. You seem significant. So who are you? I'm Eliwood of Ferre. My father is the Marquess? What? We just ran into like some random prince, the Marquess's son. She was with a band of ruffians. She seemed upset. She looked in need of rescuing. Was I wrong to involve myself? Oh no, you saved her life. Thank you. My name is Lynn. I'm from Sakai. I'm Marquess Caelin's granddaughter. Marquess Caelin. Oh my goodness, that seems significant. And this is the fade out where you're caught up on the whole story that's going on so far. That's my story. It's not an easy tale to believe. I do believe you. What? Exactly. What? All I saw was a daughter of the plains folk. Now I see it, though. You have your grandfather's eyes. He says, do you know my grandfather? Marquess, Lord Housen, is a good friend. Blah, 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 blah. People of Sakai tell no lies, etc., etc. Or not expected Lexian noble to be so courteous to a Sakaean nomad. Ah, you seem to be in trouble. May I be of assistance? Thank you for your kind offer. This is my problem, though, and I'll deal with it. I see. I'll be in the area for a few days longer. If you need anything, please let me know. Lyndis, I'm on your side. Oh, that's so comforting. I'm on your side, Lyndis. Lyndis, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Lyndis. So, Eliwood, see, where we had Asshole Araphen, we now have good guy Eliwood. There we go. Ninian, are you awake? Nils, it's really you. You're safe. Oh, look at this. They're so cute. They look like brother and sister, don't they? Just 2 random, inconspicuous, light blue-haired and red-eyed kids. No problem at all. Who are they? Good question. I have no idea. My Lady Lynn, thank you. I'm called Ninian. My brother Nils and I are traveling performers and nothing more. Both of you. Your brother's a musician. How about you, Ninian? I dance. Oh, that's pretty cool. You're a... As expected. Same. You're a dancer? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. A dancer? Your clothes don't look like those of a dancer. Ninian dances to honor life. It's special, sacred. Ah, interesting. A sacred dance. What does that mean? The dance I perform when we travel is just a normal dance. My other dance, though. When they caught me, I twisted my ankle and could not dance to... Oh, well, that's sad. That's a sad plot point. She can't dance for me. Sane was looking forward to that so much, and now he has to continue waiting. What a shame. What a shame. I'm concerned about your leg. You can't travel on it. I have an idea. Would it be too much to ask that we travel with you? I cannot allow that. It's far too dangerous. We're being hunted. Well, actually, these kids are being hunted too. Who couldn't be a hindrance? We could even help you, right, Ninian? Yes, we might be able to repay our debt using our special talents, because we're just dancers and performers, and nothing more. Special abilities. When something poses a threat to us, we can sense its approach. This is so much like, I'm almost positive that in Radiant Dawn, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, Micaiah has the same ability. I'm so sure that it was ripped off of this game. We can feel it coming, but we can't do anything to stop it. You're warriors, though, so we don't have to worry. You guys can fight all the danger. We'll just say, danger's coming, but we can't do anything. So anyway, yeah, we don't want to leave them here, so... Yes, true. Leaving them here would have us sane. Oh, never mind. I know what your answer is. You want the dancer to come along. I do, too. You want to travel with us? Of course. You have our gratitude, my lady. Oh! Oh, exposition. I've lost my ring. Oh, no. Exactly. That would exactly be my reaction. Your ring. We're in a race to save my grandfather from being poisoned, and the kingdom's going to be doomed, and you're concerned about a ring? This is absurd. Anyway, this plot point only comes up if you do fulfill the objective of finishing the chapter within 15 turns, which is so fast, or so slow, rather. It's so quick to finish this chapter. You'd have to be in slow motion or going backwards or not doing anything to not finish it in 15 turns. So anyway, we get the choice here. Can I talk to you, Eric? You heard all that, right? What do you think? I really love to retrieve her ring, but yeah, the thieves might prove to be too strong. That's a load of bull crap. Nothing is too strong for us. We should just fight. We should just take on the last boss now. And yes, we will embark on a side quest because it's more experience and more chapters and more fun. You want to help them? That's great. I was hoping you'd say that, Eric. Ken, Zane. Those men are headed south. We must give pursuit. On your word, my lady. There's no turning back now. Let's ride. Damn straight there isn't. So, we met up with 2 traveling performers, and nothing more, just inconspicuous kids. And we met up with Eliwood, who's very significant, and Hector. All very significant characters, all coming into the grand scope of the story in this chapter. That was awesome. This is Shadow Mario 41. That was a long chapter, I know. One of the longest of Lynn's story in terms of all the story and whatnot that happens. But I'll see you guys next time for Chapter 7X, actually, a side chapter, where we go retrieve Ninian's lost ring, which is an inconspicuous ring and has nothing to do with the plot. See you guys next time. Ciao.